Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa Love and Light. I tried to come on a few minutes ago and it just seemed like, I don't know, a technical problem. But anyway, I'm here. And yesterday I couldn't be here. I had to work some extra hours. So I didn't have the break that I normally have. So I'm here today. And I hope you guys are doing good. I hope these messages are helping everyone. And thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments. I really appreciate that, guys. Um, so today is Thursday. This weather is crazy. One day it's really cold for a couple of days, and now it's warm again. So I don't know. The weather's changing. The days are getting shorter. It's getting darker. By next month, this time at 5 o'clock, it'll be completely dark. It's kind of gloomy to me because it changes your mood. Like, because when I get up in the morning, it's dark, and then now when I come back, it's going to be dark. But anyway, I'm here. You can probably hear my voice a little bit. It's just I took some Flonase for the sinuses because I have those issues, you know. But the Flonase does help. So anyway, guys, I hope everything is going well and this information is helpful to you. And thank you once again for being here. Please continue to share this information within these videos with other people because they really need to hear these messages. We want to uplift people because we live in this world today that's spinning out of control on negativity. We just heard about I just heard about a shooting at a school in Georgia, and it's a lot, people. It's a lot, you know, um, and it's a lot of misery, and we need to connect. We need to find a way to make things better, you know, and I'm hoping that when people come to this channel, whatever problems that they may have feelings of depression. Some people here suffer with depression. They may be in a place of despair because they have issues that's happening, and it may feel like the walls are closing in, and they just need to be uplifted. Sometimes a kind word, a kind gesture, giving somebody 5 minutes of your time just to listen, even though if you can't help their situation or whatever circumstances that they may be going through, but that 5 minutes that you take out of your schedule to just listen to somebody, because that's what people want sometimes. They don't need you to resolve whatever's going on because, they know you can't. We're not God, but just taking time to show you care, a hug, and a prayer for somebody. I did that the other day for somebody who was just really down, and he just needed a prayer and a hug, and I did that. That can make a difference between life and death. Because you don't know what people are going through today. They could be at their lowest point where they are in a place of real despair. And if you took time out of your schedule to just talk to that person, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to uplift them, can make a whole difference to that individual. And that's why I try to take time, to do that. When I see that, it's important because some people are in a place of despair, and sometimes they don't come back from that. And we don't want any of that to happen. It's the world we live in today with all this stuff that's going on. So, guys, if you can help someone just with a kind gesture to make their day, do so. It'll make your day as well. Now, let's get into this topic of discussion. It's heal the past by not allowing it to affect your future. Heal the past by not allowing it to affect your future. Never allow your past to define your future. You may have struggled with a lot of things in the past, like I have, um, just losing a lot of people who meant something to me. Uh, it changed my life in so many ways. When you lose people like your mom, and you lose people who you grew up with, and people passing away unexpectedly and things like that, it changes your life forever. you know especially when you had a tight bond with these individuals. Um, so, so I went through some depression for a while, etc. But I thank God every day that, I am healing and growing. I have my days where it's crazy, and then I try to handle things in a different matter by looking at it from a different perspective. Sometimes that's hard to do, but I try to stay in that frame of mind. Um, and just do the best you can, guys. Just take one day and one step at a time, because toxicity attracts toxicity. Nothing good comes from it. And being in that energy so long, that's what you will attract. Manifestation is a real thing, and it's huge. If you're in a place where you're always complaining and saying nothing is going right, I'm never going to have A, B, C, and D, this is never going to happen, I'm never going to find love, I'm never going to do ever whatever, that's what is going to manifest in your life. So words are powerful, and we have to be careful how we use them. Because we could be manifesting those toxic things within our own life, and we don't even have to even say those words. Just being around a lot of toxicity all the time will attract that in our lives. And I have realized that, and it took me a while to realize that. So I minimize it to the best of my ability. You can't get rid of it 100%. It would be nice if we could, but you can't. And you just manifest what you want in your life for the better. And I do it through prayer, making vows to God that I talk about all the time. Because when you make a vow to God, even a small one, and you honor that and you keep that up, God helps you. He's even there for you, because now he's riding, he has your back, especially when you are not out here doing things to hurt other people. You're in the upright and you're healing, and you're on this path. And the path of healing may be slow because you don't have your whole foot in the water. Maybe you dip your toes in there a little bit. You know what I mean? But you are putting forth the effort. And if God sees that you are sincerely putting forth that effort with pure intentions, he's going to be right there for you. I'm telling you, I've seen some things that's happened recently, and God has been right there, because I don't play with him. I don't play with the vows I make, and I keep moving forward. And it could be like, people around me saying and doing or whatever. I keep going, keep going. And then when I start to feel that stuff, affecting me, I go to music right away. Uh, Let me show you something, guys. I have like a few, oh, it's right here, headsets that I use. I have this, this is the one you plug into the computer. I have one for the ears, and then I have a wireless one where I go to the gym and work out. Always music, because music is the healing source. It heals the soul. And after you listen to a lot of a playlist of music back to back to back that uplifts you, after you finish doing that, it raises your vibrations. So it takes you out of that mood of toxicity and raises your vibrations for the better, you know. And then when you do that, you can go into prayer, and then you can manifest what you want. It doesn't matter what other people are doing or talking about. That's why I cut off, block, and delete, because if it's a continuation of toxicity, it's going to affect my life. So hey, let's do this. We're going to cut it off, block it, delete it, and keep working on myself and healing and manifesting. That's it. And people cannot affect your relationship with God. They can try to be behind the scenes doing A, B, C, and D, but if God got your back, then what else do you need? And one of the ways that I'm telling you guys that helped me, and maybe it helps you, even a small vow, and that's between you and God, something that you can handle, and you make that vow and you do that, I promise you He's going to be riding with you. And even if you just take a little step, which is better than no step at all. Some people, God is not gonna, you're not gonna make all these prayers to God and then sit back and wait. It doesn't work that way. You have to put forth an effort on your part. and God does the work. On his part, he handles the bigger stuff. Especially when you make vows that's going to help other people, and it's going to help yourself, and it's going to help a variety of people, some of these vows. God, and it's going to glorify his name. He's not going to allow anybody to stop you, to interfere with that. So when people try to do whatever they're doing, God is going to step in. That's why the stuff that they're trying to do does not work, because God is in the forefront of all of this. And never toxicity attracts toxicity. Never allow it to grow in your garden, because it'll grow into all these weeds. Keep healing and asking God for assistance when you feel like falling short or you can't do anymore, because we're human. We all have days where we feel good and other days like we don't even want to crawl out of bed. And I know what that feels like, because I felt like that this morning, and I've been off for like what, almost 2 weeks. But I've been hopping, skipping, and doing a lot of other stuff. But it's like we do what we have to do, and just find some ways to get through it. In today's society that we live in, some people want to get ahead and they want to jump from A, B, C, and D, and they want to jump right to Z, and it doesn't work like that. You have to do the work. You have to invest in yourself. You have to put in the work. There is no shortcuts when it comes to healing, so that you can grow, evolve, and your mental and physical health can be in good condition. There is no shortcuts. You got to do the work, and if you don't do the work, then you can't grow and evolve, and you can't find that inner peace and that happiness within yourself. You got to go deep within yourself to do that, asking God for help to help you as you do that. And also the key factor is perseverance. You don't give up on yourself. Doesn't matter how other people feel. They just showing you who they are. The mask is twisted up and falling off. The slip is hanging down to the ground. So they're showing you who they are if they're not supporting you on this. Because we all are supposed to self-invest. It doesn't mean we're conceited or we think this and that of ourselves. We're supposed to think enough of ourselves to know that we are worth it, to know that we need to heal so that we can be whole again. Because all these problems and things that some people grow up with, and trials and tribulations bring trauma to the table. And those things have to be healed. And after you heal them, you still have scars from them, but you keep going. Perseverance is the key factor. Keep going in prayer. Keep going in meditation. Keep moving forward, on and on and on. You don't give up. You fall down, you get right back up again, and you keep going. And that's how you win. And as you grow, you heal, you evolve, you feel better. And when you get that inner peace, you win. You win against all this toxicity and I'm going to do this and that, because God is riding with you, and he's not going to let you down. And when I say there are no shortcuts, there are no shortcuts to this. You got to do the work. You have to look at yourself, and you have to, like what I started off with therapy shortly thereafter, as I started to do the work. A pros and cons list is one of the places I started. Why? Because my therapist helped me to see, okay, you don't understand A, B, C, and D. Let's do a pro and con list of these individuals. And as I did that, I didn't want to do that at first, but then as I started to think about it and do it, the cons outweighed the pros in most cases. And then I know I had to set boundaries. And when I did that, people felt some kind of way. They didn't care about these boundaries, and they started to show their true colors. Because when you set boundaries, it's for a reason. And you tell people that you need to work on your healing, etc., and they disrespect it, then for me, at that point, they're disrespecting the boundaries that I put up so that I can heal, grow, and take care of myself. Then it's time to cut off, block, and delete for me. And I had to do that. And it was hard. It wasn't easy because some of these people have been in my life for a very long time. But I matter. And people, that's where you got to get to the point where you do matter and you know your self-worth. And as you start to do the work, you will grow in your self-worth. You won't allow certain things in your life, because you, especially when you learn from it, you grow and you know what it looks like now. Oh no, why should somebody settle for less just to have something in their life when you can grow, evolve, and get what you want? And manifestation, like I always talk about in prayer, ask God, tell God what you want, and work towards that. And as you work towards that and he see you in the upright and your intentions are pure, he's going to come through to help you. And especially making those little vows, the vows will help, because now you're helping, you're coming to God and you're asking him to help you with something, and you're making a vow. And then if people trying to stop that, he's going to stop them, because now your relationship with him is on a different level now as you do that. And as you grow closer to him in prayer and stuff, he will be there to help you, and he has your back. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm seeing more and more of it. As I do that, it's important to help people today because people are suffering. And some people are suffering silently with what they're going through, and you don't have to do that, you know. And that's why I always tell you guys, invite people to this channel, because each day I talk about different ways that people are going through, toxicity and hurt and pain. And I might be today, I might be reaching a whole lot of people, and tomorrow it may only resonate with a few. In any event, people have shown up and stopped by to hear the message. And as they hear the message, they take what resonates with them. And because I talk from a personal point of view, I'm not a therapist, a social worker, a counselor, none of that. I'm somebody who talk about things I went through. And all of these things I had to grow and fight through, persevere continuously in order to get from A to B to C and D. And I had to do the work, lessons learned. Life is situations and circumstances, and people come into your life for a reason, season, lifetime, or lesson. And in my case, it's been many lessons that I didn't learn, so I had to repeat them over and over again. And each lesson got harder and harder until I learned it. Once I learn it, I don't repeat it because I know what it looks like now. And then I move on. Invest in yourself, love yourself, because as you do, then you will attract love. How can somebody else love you if you don't love you? Attract the things that you want in your life by manifesting them. Claim them. You want something in particular, you say, God, I claim this in the name of Jesus for this to be mine. And you work towards it, and he got your back and he does the rest. And I see it manifest over and over and over again that way, and I don't hear that noise like you get on a mountain and you hear all this roaring noise. And as you move away from it, it gets fainter and fainter, where you don't even hear it at all. That's the point I'm at. I'm not trying to hear that tune anymore. Tune that stuff out and manifest what you want and keep moving forward. And, if you can help somebody else with your words, just a gesture, do so, because you may be saving that person's life, because you don't know what people are going through today, because they're not telling you, but they just need to hear a kind word, a gesture, to be uplifted. And that is why I'm on this channel, because someone somewhere, or a few someones, need to hear messages, and they need to be uplifted, and knowing that they don't have to stay in a place of despair, that they can get out of that and build themselves up. And we're going to keep talking about this over and over again on this channel, because it's helping others. That's the message today, guys. Thank you for being here. Please do me a favor and continue to share these videos with other people. Some people don't like to communicate verbally, to talk about what they're going through, but they can sit in their own private home or space and hear the message and get uplifted. Thank you again. This is Lisa, always shedding love and light. And I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel so that you get a notification to know when I'm here. Thank you again. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.